Okay, go ahead. Questions for Raphael Leonard?
Ralph, I hate to ask you this, but do you really think you guys deserve to win tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the season home opener for the season. I mean, we wanted to come in, regional rivalry. We wanted to come in and win. It just didn't turn out that way. They made more plays than us.
Can you talk about just your battle with the number 11 all night and the touchdown catch in the end zone that put you guys ahead? Can you tell me what happened on that play?
Oh yeah, it was a good play. He pretty much got the best of me basically in the first half, and we got in the locker room, made some adjustments. I figured out how to win my battle with him, and those last two, I wanted to do whatever I could to help the team. Get in the end zone to help the team win. I just tried my best to do what I could do.
You and Sam have seemed to have pretty good chemistry these past 2 weeks. Can you just talk about that some?
Oh yeah, we work all the time at practice. We since I first got here basically, and beginning of this season we've really been working on fade balls and just we harp on winning the receivers harp on winning our one-on-one battles. And I knew Coach Hill, I knew he believes in me, and he kept calling my number, and I wanted to make the play for the team.
The 8-yard touchdown, did you just kind of go over number 11, or was it kind of towards the sideline?
That was the second one?
The last one of the game.
Yeah, I was pretty, don't really know. It was a fade ball. He threw it kind of back shoulder to the sideline away from the defender. I just went up and caught it. I mean, I don't know how else to explain. I just made the play, I guess.
Not that you really control these things too much, but did you feel like maybe you scored too quickly? Left a lot of time, especially the way their offense had been rolling.
I can't really say. I don't know what was going on. I just feel like we needed to go in and score. I mean, we had the opportunity was there, so I guess we took it.
Was there frustration? I mean, you had some opportunities. You seem like you spent an eternity on their side of the field, but it feels like tough to say. You scored 44, but there was a lot of opportunities out there for more, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, we turned the ball over I think 3 or 4 times, and our first drive we threw interceptions. I mean, we can't be out there leaving plays on the field, turning the ball over. So we lost the turnover battles. Yeah, we scored 44. I mean, we could have had way more than that. We left too many plays out there on the field.
Can you talk about what adjustments were made for the second half going in?
Yeah, I guess I mean, for just myself really with number 11, I wasn't into it really. I just got more focused, I say, for myself really. It was just, I made some adjustments. I talked with my receiver coach and kind of made my own adjustments, and I knew I could win the battle. Coach Hill started calling my number and started gaining more confidence in myself. And I was trying to do whatever I could to help the team win.
Where does the team go from here? You got a bye week, and then it's on the conference play.
Yeah, we try to go out and get better every day, and it starts tomorrow on Sunday, and try to get better during the bye week so we don't have a game, and then we start conference play, and the team's gonna be way tougher than who we played just today, and so we have to learn how to play a full 4-quarter game.
After your game against Murray State and then hang in with Ole Miss last week, does this feel like kind of a disappointment compared to the other 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, we don't kind of, like the Ole Miss game, we don't really harp on more victories. And today, we should have, I mean, honestly, I feel, me personally, we could have won last week, and we definitely should have won this week. So, I mean, yeah, we don't harp on more victories. It's definitely a disappointment anytime you lose a game, no matter who you're playing.
Why do you think you just weren't able to put 4 quarters together today as a team?
I guess we have to focus more. I can't really speak for the defense side of the ball. We just, on offense, we have to execute better. Even on the offense side, we also have to play a full 4-quarter game as well, and we have to protect the ball better. We can't lose the turnover battle. We lost the turnover battle the past 2 weeks, and we lost both games. So.
How big were Sam's 3 interceptions in the first half?
They were pretty big. I mean, any turnover would be big. any turnover is a costly turnover, and we're pretty much rolling on all the every turnover we had, we're pretty much driving down the field. So I'd say any turnover is real costly.
Anything else for Ralph? Okay.
Thanks, Ralph.
work with. Yeah, obviously disappointed in the outcome. I thought that we would be ready to play a good football game. We didn't execute. SEMO out-executed us, outplayed us, and deserved to win the football game. I do feel like the fans out there deserve better. Thought it was a great atmosphere and the people, and that's our job, is to put a winner out there. And I feel confident in this football team. It's my job as the head coach to have them ready to play. And it was sloppy at times. Felt like we battled for a little while to try to win the football game, but when you have 4 turnovers and you rough the punter and keep giving them drives and opportunities, and a guy rushes for 311 yards, it's going to be tough to win a football game. And just the discipline things that is my job to make sure we're a disciplined football team. We didn't do, and SEMO made the plays down the stretch to do it. So nobody's going to hang their head around here. We're 3 games into a long season. It's a tough pill to swallow, but we've got to. Tomorrow's a work day for us, and we got to show up here at 2 o'clock at the team meeting and be men about it and find a way to get better, because we got a long season ahead of us. And I'm confident in this team to be a good football team, and that's what we'll do.
The avoidable mistakes kind of felt like not that you ever want those, but it kind of felt more like a season opener than 3 weeks in.
Yeah, a couple of the turnovers, the first one down the sideline, that's what I told Sam on the first 2 picks. I really don't have much to say to him other than the first guy. I felt like he made a great play down the sideline. You saw what Ralph can do in one-on-one coverage. He got one-on-one coverage to Ralph. We threw it to Ralph. Decent ball, probably got walled to the sideline a little bit, and he made a good play. Ralph wasn't able to get his feet in the ground to go make a play on the football. Turned around and picked it. The second play, we felt like we had a touchdown dialed up with the play that was called, and Sam saw it and was going to the right guy, and the defensive lineman got his hand up, tipped it to the linebacker. So there's not much to say right there. I don't think if he tips it, we get his hands down. He throws an accurate bar, it's a touchdown. So it's hard to say anything to him there. I thought the third pick, when he was scrambling, he's trying to force one to Ralph to make a play. First down, getting close to the red zone. He's got to throw that football away outside the pocket. So on that one, when picks are disappointing when you force it, or you don't, or they get you and you go to the wrong guy or throw it into coverage. And so none of the picks were that. I thought that he needs to make a good decision outside the pocket on the third pick. And then we fumbled opening kickoff. James, that's probably on me. James probably hasn't a guy that's been tackled a ton all preseason with the ball in his hand. He's a return guy, but we don't go live a ton in kickoff return. DJ was carrying the ball so many times. We were putting Caesar back there and coughed the ball up after a decent return. The disappointing thing, roughing the kicker, I felt like that just took some momentum out of our sideline. We scored twice, and then we rough the kick. We get a stop. Our defense gets a stop, 3 and out, and then they're backed up. We're going to get a field position, and then we just blatantly rough the kicker, which is an undisciplined thing, and then they go down and score. So there's a lot of things that we'll have to go back and look at, but you got to tip your hat to him. The Terry, the running back, just had an unbelievable effort. You'd like for us to be able to have some things to stop him, but that shoulda, woulda, coulda. So he's a heck of a football player, and he's proven that. Tip my hat to Coach Tuke. He does a great job. He does things the right way, and I hope they go on and have a great season. But we've got to be better. We got to get better. We got to grow from this for us to have a good season.
Coach, what made you so confident about Sam's character with going back to him in the second half after 3 interceptions?
Yeah, that's just who we're going to be. Stay aggressive. Like I said, I didn't think he made bad decisions in the first half. So if it was a thing where, hey, we're getting pressured, he's making making some bad decisions or forcing the football, not seeing things as a quarterback, that's a difference. I thought he was seeing the coverage, running the plays that we called, that we worked on all week, that we thought the coverage we'd get. He saw it. He was going there. So that's what I told him after the first 2 picks, just keep playing. You know what I mean? You're seeing it. We're going to make plays. you know, down the stretch started getting more aggressive throwing the football. DJ was starting to cramp up. We're using him. You know, he's a heck of a player. Had another great night. So yeah, we're always going. If they're out there, we got confidence in them, and we're going to keep doing what we do.
Terry's really good, but I guess did you feel like you didn't have the right run fit, or did you try spying him with a linebacker?
Yeah,
what
obviously,
do you try to do?
yeah. There's no excuse for that. Got to be. You know, we were getting in and out of different fronts. I know, you know, Mike Reese asked me the same thing. I got all the confidence in the world with Coach Paulson, and so yeah, if it was like if it was an offensive night that we were calling bad plays or weren't getting anything going, then you go back with a critical eye of yourself, and that's what we'll have to do as coaches and say, you know, obviously they game planned us and saw some things that they could take advantage of, and we didn't have an answer the entire night. So 311 yards rushing is inexcusable, really. We've got better players than that to stop, you know, him. He's a good back. He really is a good back, but we've got to make him. And he had the runs where he's making plays after contact. Those are, you know, he's earning some plays, but whenever he's 15, 17, 18 yards before anybody's touching him, those are the ones that can't happen.
Seems odd on a night you score 44 to think about, you know, you struggled at some times. I mean, there could have been a lot more points on the board.
Yeah, no doubt. There definitely could have been, you know, settled for some field goals. You know, when I look, we're 8 of 8 in the red zone, but 4 field goals or 3 field goals. We want to score touchdowns down there. You know, they have a good defense. Last year when we went against them, I know the score reflected 35-17, but we had 300 yards of offense. You know, when we got to 300 on the last drive, we ran for 90 yards last year against them. They're a tough sledding team. They put guys down in the box, big defensive tackles. So they've always had a good defense. They've had that in the OVC, and so I thought our guys came out. Obviously, DJ ran the ball effectively, and we were balanced again. But you'd like to, you know, like you said, if the game calls for us to have 50, then we need to have 50. That's our job as an offense. If you get in a shootout, we got to close them.
2 weeks in a row, though, with the shootout. Now, where do you go with your defense at this point?
Yeah, we just got to get better. We're not going to change. You don't change something and 3 weeks into the season as far as your scheme and your calls. And I mean, we've got to build it around these guys. We've got good players on that defense, and we got to put them in spots to execute. But it's going to be within the base of our defense. You know, that's just what you do. You're not going to change your offense in week 4 and expect to go out and execute. You know what I mean? We got to trust each other when times are tough. You know, when everybody's going to be questioning you, you got to come out against South Dakota and play well. And that's what the tough part of coaching is. You know, whenever things are going good and people want to pat you on the back, you feel good, but when you get beat in a game that you feel like you should win, and you're at home in a home opener, and it kind of sucks, you know, getting up the next day. That's what you sign up for, you know. And times like this are what makes you strong, and nobody's going to hang their head, including me. We're going to get back to work. That's all we know, is to prepare as best you can, and you go out there and you cut it loose and you play ball. And obviously, I've got to do a better job of you know, doing that, making sure they're ready to play and ready to execute.
Did you feel like you missed Mixon a little bit on that short yardage toward the goal line, the red zone type of?
Well, yeah, we're always going to miss Mixon. You know, I think he's. We've talked about that. You know, he had a good week 1, and then he got 2 carries in week 2 and got hurt on the second carry. But I thought he's in the best shape, and the best he's playing is right now. We haven't really got a real strong look at him. You know, thought he had a good first half in the first game. So yeah, we need that 1-2 punch, because Mixon's a big back that's doing some good things. We'll be getting him back probably for South Dakota. The bye week, you know, I guess comes at a good time. One, we can get some people healthy that we missed, but then again, it's 2 weeks before you can get back out there and get that taste out of your mouth. But we've got to get to work. We got to get to, you know, we got to have a great week of practice during our bye week to obviously get some things fixed.
Great effort from Notary tonight. Does he Has he cemented himself as kind of a leader in that defense?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've got confidence. It might sound silly. Last week we gave a bunch of yards, a bunch of points. Same thing this week is I love those guys over on D. You know, there's not going to be any personally getting after. We got to figure out a way to get together and figure out what's going wrong and get it fixed. But Notree's a high-level player that loves the game and plays his butt off. You know what I mean? And same thing up and down that defense. Cody Kreider and Whitney Simon, Aaron Reed, and I mean Jordan Berner and Knighton. I don't know if Knighton had 2 or 3 sacks tonight, but it was just, you know, you could tell he needed to come out of the game, but he just kept going and kept going. And so yeah, I feel confident in our guys that we have. The personnel that we have is not the problem. Now they've got to play better and they got to execute in certain calls and until we go watch the film, what exactly that was, I can't tell you right now, but we've all got to get better.
Anything else?
Good.
Chris?
All right.